What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to the next episode of Assembling Arsenal. I keep saying we're going to get these more frequently and I promise this time we really are. It's going to be at least every other day and I'm going to try and get one up tomorrow for you. I'm going to try and get one up not necessarily the day after because obviously that is Team of the Season day, of course, like when all the Team of the Seasons I'm getting my reviews out from. But my main focus is to try and get one of these out at least every other day. And then I say like on weekends and stuff like that, try and get one for both days. So like when there's not busy stuff going on like Team of the Seasons, we'll try and get one for like one day in a row. But before we get started, what I do quickly want to say is if you want a fast and reliable coin service, check out utcointraders.com. There's a link to them down in the description below. But anyway, today's episode, we have a bumper one. We've got 3 games in Division 1 and we have our biggest signing to date. An absolutely massive one, a really decent inform. As well as the, I've updated the tally. Now, that's one of the few things about this series that is really cool and unique. Just a heads up here as well, the guy rage quit after like seconds in this game, so I went straight into the next one. But that is one of the things that's really cool and unique about this series is the little tally we do. The aim is to own every single Arsenal player on the game. Whether that's all their inform versions, their transfers, their man of the matches, etc. That is the plan, and we've got the tally that we are working our way through. But since I first made the tally, we have had a new Javinho, I believe. We've had a Rosicki, a Mertesacker, a Koscielny, and 2 Team of the Season. So it's taken a little while for me to finally update all that, and it took me ages today. I was surprised how long it took because obviously you had to slot them into the areas and to move each little thing around without breaking all the ticks and stuff like that. It took far longer than I expected, but I have managed to get it done, and we now have the updated tally with all the new players in, obviously with the Team of the Seasons and stuff, which is what we're going to have to work for soon. We're going to have to pick up the pace with all the trade-in. Obviously, now there's probably not going to be any more Arsenal informs or Team of the Season. Well, there won't be any more Team of the Seasons, but there shouldn't be any more Arsenal informs unless they get any on, like, at the Confederations Cup or something like that. Maybe Cazorla or Nacho picking them up or something like that, but I highly doubt both of them will happen. But we drew that first game 1-0, as you would have seen in the stats. We absolutely dominated them. It sucked massively that we couldn't get the win. We nearly did get the loss as well. It was right down until the last few seconds for us to pull out that equaliser right at the death. But it was getting very close, and I was a little bit worried that I wasn't actually going to make it, despite dominating him. I think I had 4 times as many shots as he did. So I was glad we managed to equalise, but in this game we're up against a really cool 4-2-3-1 team, a Bundesliga one, quite a cheap one as well. I always like to see teams like that, people not using like really like OP, I suppose. Yeah, Doof up front, but it's not the usual like Wellington, M&EK or whatever partnership up top. But this first game we took the 1-0 lead in the first half with Thomas Rosicki picking up a header with his informed card. Absolutely love that card, by the way. He does seem to play really nicely, which surprised me a little bit. But it took a little while for the second half to get going, but in the 76th minute, Shamak very nearly picked up a goal here, his goalie coming to the rescue, and that was all that happened in the second half. We won it 1-0, and every win's a win, I guess. We can add this one to our little record, which is now something like 35, 4 and 5 or something like that. We've got a really decent record, 7 times as many wins as losses, and we're really starting to pick up the pace and hopefully win another division as soon as possible. Obviously, there's no tournaments we can go for at the moment. We've already got the Gold Cup, I believe, and we got that Prem one last week. But here is the big major event, the informed Koscielny signing. Now, the cheapest one there was in a really weird formation, not a 4 at the back one, but I decided to pick it up and buy myself a 4 at the back card in a second. So you can pick up a 4 at the back card for like 600 coins or something rather than spending an extra 2k getting him actually thingy. So we bought that 4-3-1-2 on there. Probably could have picked one up cheaper, but I couldn't be bothered to keep searching. But this is the tally. It's getting a long tally now. But that is how we are. That's what we're at. We're at 25 players now, a big chunk of them, and obviously, we're going to have to start getting even more informed and boosting the team up even more. There still is some normal players that I haven't picked up yet, but we will get them over time. But as you can see, we go into this last game up against a 3-4-2-1 team with lots of Brazilian, very pacey players in there. It looks like I'm going to be absolutely demolished by the pace, and it was a very interesting start to the game. He is obviously very highly attacking in his team, and my goalie made an absolute mess of coming for that one there and gave Neymar the open goal to score in, and then almost instantly, literally like a minute after kickoff, we picked up the ball, gave it with Podolski, a lovely little turn to cut inside there, threw the defender off and banged it into the top left-hand corner. That made it 1-0, and then literally seconds after the kickoff again, Shamak went down their end and got tackled, but it dropped to Koscielny, who I believe played it to Cazorla, who was the star of this match without a doubt, and he picked up the second one. And then again, this guy literally straight from the kickoff. It was a ridiculous first 20 minutes. It was goal after goal after goal. He went straight down that end and got a bit lucky with the way I kicked it straight to him. And then it dropped to him again and he managed to score it. Probably if I'd cleared that properly, that wouldn't have happened. But that doesn't matter. And then shortly after that, again, I got ridiculously lucky. I'm not too sure if that's a sending off. But he got sent off nonetheless. And I felt a little bit lucky to have something like that. And it's such a great position for a free kick, which of course we gave to Santi Cazorla. And we got it up and over his 6-man wall with a literally perfect free kick there. Post and in, it doesn't get more perfect than that. And lovely, lovely goal there. And Podolski, as I said, is fantastic. That was his second goal of the game. Did I say Podolski? I meant to say Cazorla if I didn't say it. But Podolski then picked up that one there. That was his second as well. And then the second half, obviously they're a man down now, so it makes defending slightly easier. Cazorla turned him there and got himself another free kick. This one's so unlucky not to actually get the goal for. Bounced off the post and went out onto the head of Shamak, which we still scored, but it's a shame it didn't go down as a Cazorla goal. That would have been his hat-trick, but it doesn't matter for him because he can still pick up hat-tricks. Shamak here played it over to Cazorla, who was in acres of space. Rainbow flicked the goalie and they made a mess of it and pushed it into their own net. And that made it 6, I believe. I think that was 6-2. He did pull one back, but I didn't really care at this point. We were so far and away. He dinked it over the goalie and I just wasn't quick enough. I thought I was actually going to get it as well. Got very close. It just snuck over the line before we could kick it away, but it was 6-3. I have no idea why he was celebrating that late on. That was the end of the game, and that is basically the end of this episode. Now, we had a jumbo purchase in this one, so please leave your support, guys, with likes and comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking of this series. Are you enjoying it, and how frequently do you want it? Do you want me to try and do it more? What sort of trading stuff do you want me to do, etc.? Give me your feedback down below. Thanks always for watching. If we get 400 likes, that'd be amazing. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.